What's going on, people? So Jesse Lingard has officially joined Nottingham Forest as a free agent after signing a 1-year contract on Thursday. Fucking hell, guys. You know that song Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat by Fatboy Slim? For me, it's Eat, Sleep, Make Forest videos and repeat at the minute. This lot are bloody relentless in the market. 11 new incomings and counting, with this one perhaps being the biggest statement of intent of the lot. For those of you new to the channel, I've already done a breakdown of what the media is getting completely wrong about this move, which you can access by clicking the top right hand corner of your screen or via my Nottingham Forest playlist, which will probably have about 300 videos in a year from now at this rate. This deal has happened at a rate of knots, with the 29-year-old midfielder already being unveiled and joining up with the rest of the squad in Germany ahead of a preseason friendly versus Union Berlin on Saturday. Lingard will undoubtedly fill the creative void left by the departure of Philipp Zinkernagel to Olympiacos, who, while performing admirably last season and generally being a well-liked figure, isn't at the level of the Englishman in terms of pure footballing ability. Tactically, Lingard will slot right into Cooper's preferred 3-4-1-2 formation and will sit right behind the two strikers, who are likely to be Brennan Johnson and Taiwo Awoniyi as things stand. In terms of Lingard's style of play, he's an attack-minded number 10 who's also capable of playing out wide or as a false 9. He likes to drift out towards the left side to get on the ball, which should, in theory, allow Johnson to stretch the game and push into wider positions on the opposite flank while hurting teams with his raw pace. Lingard enjoys picking up possession between the lines and cutting in from the left to either find a teammate making a run in behind or taking a shot on from the edge of the box to curl into the top corner. Even though he plays in the attacking third, he rarely ever loses possession and has a knack for skipping past men in tight spaces. Christ, that sounded a bit dodgy, didn't it? Which in turn causes huge problems for the opposition. The best attribute in his arsenal, pardon the pun, is his movement off the ball. His intelligent runs and high footballing IQ creates endless space for his teammates and allows his side to bypass the midfield and break through opposition lines, which is why managers continued to select him even when his end product wasn't up to scratch. If you observe him carefully during games, you'll see him in a different position every time he releases possession. It's mighty impressive and makes him an extremely unique player in this day and age. His ability to read the defender's next move is second to none and helps him effectively counterpress high up the pitch. With his work rate, he tirelessly closes down the opposition and cuts passing lanes in order to win the ball back quickly and create chances in transition. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that Lingard was utilized as a trigger for his side's pressing, which is precisely why he started every big game where United weren't dominant in possession. There are, however, obviously certain limitations within his game. When measured up against some of his compatriots, he doesn't have the trickery or explosiveness of Marcus Rashford, isn't able to play eye-of-the-needle passes or long balls like Bruno Fernandes, and isn't as two-footed or gifted as the one who shall not be named. This means when he's up against low blocks, he's quite ineffective. Fortunately, that won't prove to be an issue for a newly promoted side and will give him plenty of space to run into where he can cause some serious damage on the breakaway. I'd go as far as to say he's one of the best in the league against teams who are themselves looking to play on the front foot. That being said, some might question his output and rightly claim he's only had 2 seasons in his professional career where the numbers have done his talent justice, which was in 2017-18 under Mourinho at Man United and for 4 months with Moyes at West Ham. As far as I'm concerned, it's no coincidence he starred during those 2 years given the setup suited his strengths down to a T, which is exactly what will happen at Forest. Others may be troubled by the fact he only played 356 minutes of football for United last season and lacks match sharpness. My response to that would be to look at his stint with West Ham, which was shortly after spending 6 months on the bench for Man United. The lad's as fit as a fiddle and will get himself up to speed real quick. For all the criticism Jesse receives, and a lot of it is justified, one simply cannot question his mental strength. As someone who watches United's youth sides, I'll hold my hands up and say I thought he had no chance of making it. The likes of Ravel Morrison, Paul Pogba and Will Keane were stealing the show in his age bracket, yet he fought tooth and nail to go on to make a name for himself. Further down his career, he became less of a footballer and more of a meme and was ridiculed by one and all while going through some truly horrible things in his personal life, only to bounce back with a bang at West Ham. Sir Alex even said a decade ago when Lingard was only a teenager that Jesse is going to be some player. He's 19 and is built like Jean Tigana of France, who never got into the limelight until he was 24, and I think it will be the same with Jesse. This hypothesis hit the nail on the fucking head, and I truly believe the best is yet to come. On a side note, I'm not having the likes of West Ham or Leicester looking down on Forest because they've had a decent couple of years in the top flight. Even if the last 2 decades haven't been kind, Forest are still a massive club who deserve a lot more respect than they're getting, and Lingard knows that. I try and keep things objective towards every side on this channel without having a pop because there's enough negativity going around in the world, but it's getting ridiculous right now. Pipe up when you win 2 European Cups, lads. Until then, I don't want to hear about it. Steve Cooper's clearly made Jesse feel wanted, which is what he's looking for above all else in his career, and I fully expect him to become one of the best players in the league under his tutelage and in turn win a place in Southgate's World Cup squad for Qatar. Cheers for tuning in, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If that is the case, please do consider giving it a like and subscribe for more football related content. I spent about 7 hours making a Harry Maguire video yesterday, yet it's only received about 100 views. So help a brother out and give that a watch, please. As always, I'm really looking forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have in mind. Take care and have a wonderful weekend. Peace.